surprises.
Alright. 2 days later. 2 days later. Ugh. I wonder. I do wonder what the implications of the Abyss being able to launch assaults here. Is it going to imply that the reason we didn't see the Abyss in the other nations was because they were fighting their wars here? And is it the Abyss or the Abyss Order? Because it might just be the Abyss itself could be launching attacks. And not like the Abyss Order. Like we go there, we find out, is our sister or our sibling coordinating the assaults on this place for some reason, trying to get something specific? Clearly the not Lydian people out here don't have a problem dying and they can rebirth. If they die in the whatever the fuck, and their name's alive. So it makes me wonder. Maybe the Abyss is going for that, kind of like how they wanted to go for Mondstadt's library, because the fairy tales there can allude to what happens next in the world. Imagine if you're able to get the names, you'll see what warriors are alive, or maybe you can corrupt them and get the strongest of a generation on your side. Plenty of things the Abyss could be doing.
Paimon feels like a whole new Paimon after those 2 days in the hot springs. The Abyss kind of threw a wrench in our relaxation, though.
A wrench, bro. Blew up one of the fucking people.
Still, spending time here really has felt like a vacation. The Kaholosaurs are so nice and so fun to play with. Their bellies are super bouncy. Oh, and Atea's snacks were so delicious. She gave Paimon some for the road just this morning, actually.
What's she up to? Dying peacefully?
Yelling at some kids who got caught throwing stones in the hot springs, so not much has changed since we first met her.
Now why would she switch up her life, bro? She was already dying before. Now she knows she's dying peacefully.
Hey, you guys. Sleep well last night?
Yep, this area is so nice.
It is very peaceful.
Glad you like it. I was thinking of taking you guys out to do some sea fishing. Later tonight, we can eat whatever we catch. Fresh fish is absolutely delicious right off the grill.
Damn right.
Hey, Mualani!
Well, she's something like we don't know. Like we've never caught fucking
Yeah?
fish before.
What do you need?
The team sent out to fight in the Night Warden Wars has returned.
And Kachina? Is she back as well?
Nah, she's fucking dead.
Kachina fell in
No,
battle.
she actually is fucking dead.
But don't worry, the team was victorious, so the rite of resurrection will be held in the stadium soon.
First mission, and she fucking dies. I'm talking about death.
That's
like,
a relief.
Death is like
The Abyss is
so
cunning,
meaningless.
and it was her first time. Mistakes are bound to happen.
Exactly. She deserves to hold her head up high.
All right, thanks for letting me know. We'll head out in a bit.
I want to see what this Ode to Resurrection looks like. Bitch straight up died.
Jeez, she sounded a little anxious there. Had me thinking it was bad news for a moment.
Well, funny as fuck to be like, oh, she died at the team
You
failed
said
and
the
have this
Abyss
music
was
going.
cunning just now, but it seems like the Abyss just wants to destroy everything.
Paimon, you retarded.
Think about all those monsters that attacked your tribe. If there really was some sort of cunning plan, wouldn't it make more sense to send them to attack Kachina and her small team? Not that Paimon wants them to be in any more danger, it's just...
Relax, I get it. The Abyss is difficult to understand, that's for sure. At a glance, it certainly seems like the only goal is total destruction. The Abyss isn't a living entity after all, so what capacity for logic or planning could it possibly possess?
Yeah, that's why the Abyss
But
Order
through
exists.
our long history of fighting the Abyss, we've realized things aren't quite so simple. 500 years ago, the Abyss invaded Teyvat. You know about that, right?
So they only invaded 500 years ago? Uh-oh. How about all that lore, all those lore experts who talked about the Dragon King wielding the power of the Abyss and returning?
That's right. Conria suffered greatly during that time. But so did every other nation in Teyvat.
What's all those people talk about the
And
second who
Natlan
came
was
being
the
the
worst
Abyss?
affected
Or the
of
first
all.
who came, or the third who came.
It took the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and heroes from every tribe to finally repel the Abyss. Even so, the effects of the invasion lingered for hundreds of years, only able to be reversed little by little.
So that makes me wonder. I'll take this as a screenshot, by the way. Why was Natlan
Our
affected
tribe's
the worst?
waters were contaminated.
This has to be their landing
The
spot.
children of Echo's territory was overrun by dangerous sludge surging from underground.
Hey, that sounds like
Unrelenting
close to the
black
chasm.
winds tore across the lands of the Flower Feather clan. It was like each disaster was designed for a specific tribe.
I just said the foundation of each tribe. Yeah, the Abyss invaded 500 years ago. I think you mean the Abyss has always been here, and the Abyss Order was organized and launched an invasion 500 years ago. I'm pretty sure, but she couldn't know that.
Exactly. We once thought that the Abyss's desire for destruction was a sort of primal instinct, but its methods are, in truth, marked by intelligence.
I think that's
We now believe
alluding
the
to the
Abyss
fact
has
that
invaded
it's our
the Night
sibling.
Kingdom, and has the capacity to read the memories of this land at any given moment.
And that's how it became so dangerous and cunning. Almost like it knows you inside and out.
Yes, and that's why we've been unable to fully eradicate it, even after all this time. Luckily, the problems left behind by the Abyss have been successfully addressed by the various pyro archons we've had over the years. Now every tribe is prospering and things are looking up. I mean, just look at what we managed to do a few days ago. We totally fought them off.
That's true. Other nations? Oh, you mean one.
You must have had to sacrifice a lot to get to this point.
Every battle, every sacrifice is in pursuit of a future where we get to stop fighting. Responsibility, duty, unavoidable burden. Everyone in Natlan views the war differently. But I believe we will be rid of the Abyss one day. And the efforts of all who fought against them will become a story for the ages.
Yeah, we have to kill our
To think
sibling
that
at
my
that
name
point.
could survive in ballads passed down to future generations, it's kind of romantic.
I mean, that's isn't
Everyone
the whole
has
warrior
something that
culture
drives them
about?
forward, you know.
You make me want to contribute. You can do it.
We have to. Not only for ourselves, but for our future. Anyway, let's head to the stadium. Our fishing trip can wait until Kachina's back with us.
So
The
interesting.
sea's not going anywhere.
Okay. Invasion of Conria. So yeah, basically what that alludes to on the surface is like, oh, the Abyss isn't as intelligent. So like everyone in the world will think that like they somehow gained intelligence, but to us who are in the know, our sibling organized the Abyss Order and has been launching the invasion. So I was right. What I was saying in the last part, when I was wondering and debating how the Abyss, why it's launching attacks if it is coordinated with the Abyss Order. And that basically confirmed. That answered my question directly. It 100% is our sibling coordinating the assaults. And has been for the last 500 years. And the Abyss did not invade Teyvat 500 years ago. Or I guess it did invade, but it's always been around. Shit, she's the only one who died? Straight up, she's the only one who fucking died.
Ooh, this place is packed already.
Of course. No one's gonna miss out on the chance to welcome our heroes back from battle. It's their moment of glory. Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
She's also never died before. You know, is that not like a thing anyone thinks about?
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person who likes being the center of attention.
Looks like I'm just in time.
You got the news too? Your friend got obliterated?
Yeah, a commission ran longer than expected, but I made it. I heard about the incident with your tribe, Mualani. Is everyone all right?
Yeah, it's all taken care of. Our new friend here's got some tricks up his sleeve, by the way. He's just as strong as Kachina made him out to be.
We could have done better, honestly.
Hey, look! Is it about to start?
That's right. Someone will come out and recite a eulogy, and then we'll sing the Ode of Resurrection together. Come on, let's find a spot with a good view. When the singing starts, just follow my lead and you'll be fine. Let's go somewhere higher
gonna be a
up
half
so
a second
Kachina
long.
can spot us.
Son tells me she's not coming back. Old man, Mongolian looking old man.
Warriors of Natlan! Heed the call of life! We are the inheritors of memory and legend! Those who grew alongside sun and wind! Those who forged our own destiny and future! That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation!
I could not find Kachina within the Night Kingdom, or locate her ancient name.
She's dead.
What?
What does that even mean?
Cool Ode of Resurrection. So that's the Ode of Resurrection.
Usually once the
Literally.
ode is complete, the Pyro Archon and resurrected person will emerge from the flames. But something went wrong.
What's going on? This has never happened before.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team sent to fight the Abyss didn't win after all. Think about it. The Ode rekindles all victors. We've witnessed it countless times.
Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more to this victory than meets the eye.
What's that? Animation.
You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina beat you in the pilgrimage!
Pathetic. The both of you.
Your wild guesses are misplaced. We completed our mission.
Maybe you did, but who's to say whether that little girl even contributed at all? Maybe she got scared and ran off. Why would the YUB recognize someone like her, even if she was on the winning team?
How dare you insult a hero of Natlan like that? Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the Abyss. She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your vile rumors when she's not even here to defend herself.
Calm down, Mualani. There's no point arguing with the likes
That's a
of them.
weak argument.
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like that.
All you have to say is
To
do
insult
something
a
you
hero of
could never do.
Natlan, the person actually has to be a hero.
Just call out the fact that something they could never achieve.
You!
That's literally
Think
it.
about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at fault here? A girl who never should have even gone to war? Or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation suddenly stop working?
That's true.
Pretty shitty for
She
the
wasn't
Pyro Archon
revived. It
to
must mean she failed to
let
achieve
this
victory.
speculation go on and not silence it
Maybe
immediately.
the YUB interpret victory in different ways?
I mean, that girl didn't look all that strong to me.
Yeah. You gonna stand there like a retard instead of pointing at the head?
Kachina wouldn't have run! That's not like her at all!
No! She's been waiting for this moment for too long. No matter how daunting the situation, no matter how scared she might feel, she's always the first person to stand up and face it head on. We don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to vent your anger or slander her reputation.
Fine. We'll find out what happens soon enough. Then, we'll see who truly deserves glory.
That's enough. There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part in it. She is a hero worthy of our admiration and celebration. However, The failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina has not been rekindled, and I offer you all my deepest apologies as I continue to investigate this matter. To prevent further casualties, I have decided to suspend the pilgrimage until this matter is resolved.
What?
No one is all-knowing. No one is infallible, not even myself. But doubt is a means by which we seek the truth, not a weapon we wield against others.
I didn't mean it that way, Archon. I just...
If there are things you wish to clarify, then ask me directly. Doubt my answer if you wish, but now's your chance. You have concerns? State them.
No, of course not.
Even though I have said nothing to change your mind, then it would seem the truth never mattered to you at all.
That guy doesn't even have the courage to answer the Pyro Archon's question. So much for all that glory talk earlier.
I have a question, Archon. My friend Kachina. Do you have any idea where she is? It's extremely important to me.
A real brave
I know
warrior.
you said you were investigating the situation, but I'm sorry, that's not enough.
I've already shared everything I know. If you want to learn the truth and rescue your friend sooner, you should join the investigation. So, what do you say?
Of course I'll join.
It sounds like she was offering up anyways.
In that case, come see me in the speaker's chamber.
We should join them.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, could you drop by as well, Traveler? I'd like to have a chat. Rest assured, everyone, I'll keep the tribal chiefs informed on the progress of the investigation.
That's why no one on the ground there spoke up.
Once again, I apologize for the outcome of this ceremony. If there are no further
No
questions,
one on the ground spoke up
let's
as to
part
what
for now.
happened. Looked like we should join her too. You
did
saw her
she
fall
just
in battle.
Ask us to come along?
I believe she did. Let's go. I'd like to know what's going on myself.
Huh? No one invited your ass, dog. What? Nobody invited him. Excuse me?
The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Kachina is undoubtedly a hero of Natlan, and I'm deeply sorry this happened to her.
You couldn't say this out there on the stage?
There's
I mean,
been
you barely
unrest in
did.
the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. As a result, I've been unable to track down her location. Until we find and address the cause of the unrest, the Ode of Resurrection will continue to be ineffective.
And that means Kachina won't be able to come back?
No one will be able to come back, head ass.
That's correct. Not until the problem with the Night Kingdom is resolved.
How long will that take?
Shit,
hard
she
to
doesn't even
say.
know what the hell the problem is.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss, of doing her part to defend Natlan.
Well, she got that dream. She just happened to die doing
She
it.
wasn't afraid of death because she knew, if it came down to it, the Pyro Archon would be there to bring her back to life. Whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the Ode of Resurrection. She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her joy. We supported her every step of the way, but what are we supposed to do now? Sit peacefully and wait for her return? Lose ourselves in grief over her death? Tell me, are we her friends? Or her murderers?
That's not fair, Mualani.
Yeah, it's kind of retarded assessment, but
It's all right. I understand your rage and your grief. Kachina's life means a great deal to me, Mualani. Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as possible. I would give you that peace of mind if I could. But please, hear what I have to say so I can at least give you a broader picture of the issue we are now facing. Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found a new means of undermining the rules of our nation.
love it.
You mean...
They've evolved.
The Sacred Flame. The foundation of our resistance against the Abyss. If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight the Abyss, there will likely be more casualties. But if we stop altogether, the sacred flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks, and the tragedy we saw with the people of the Springs will only be the first of many.
If we compare the two choices, the former seems to be the lesser of two evils. Sorry, I know that may sound harsh, but I bear the name Malipo. Weighing the costs is my duty. The raw truth can be cruel. But we need to understand it if we want to approach this rationally.
So you got dual death by
What
attrition.
would you say, Mualani?
No fighters
This is
sent out,
personal
flame
for
withers,
you.
death by attrition,
And unlike
no longer
Kenichi,
protected from
I
the
dare
abyss.
say it's not a simple case of weighing up which course of action is less painful.
Send your
is
men
it?
in,
No.
they die, you keep
can't
losing
choose
them.
between
Can't bring
them,
them
and I
back,
don't want
death
to.
by attrition.
Saying that one is preferable over the other is disrespectful to the people who suffered.
You're saying it doesn't matter whether I suspend the pilgrimage. The consequences will be equally painful.
Equally painful. The
Yes.
outcome's the same.
What happened to Kachina breaks my heart. But I couldn't bring myself to sacrifice other people for her sake.
And that is the crux of the problem. It's not simply a matter of choosing the lesser of two evils. Either way, there will be people who suffer. And the end result will be the same. Belief in the pilgrimage will waver.
Yep.
Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against the Abyss. And that is exactly what the Abyss wants.
Take it
Their
out by
ultimate goal
subterfuge.
isn't to break the rules that make the Ode of Resurrection work. It's to destroy the people's faith in them. To prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else, we need to suspend the pilgrimage. So that is my current plan. And in the meantime, I've made efforts to strengthen each tribe's defenses. Then, we have to find another way of strengthening the sacred flame to keep the Abyss at bay. This won't be easy. I'll need time to figure out the best approach.
How the fuck do we show up in the
I
nation of war
understand
and the
your
war
anger,
gets
Mualani,
suspended?
But I hope that provided some clarity, at least.
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but the Pyro Archon took the time to explain everything so patiently.
I owe you an apology, Archon. I let
Yeah, 'cause
myself
that's
get
kinda how
carried
an
away
actual
earlier,
leader should
and
be.
I'm sorry. You're right. We need to focus on finding solutions.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars. That way, we would still be able to fuel the sacred flame.
I've considered that, but the two events have nearly always been linked.
Well, time for a change.
Without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings lose their prestige, and competitor numbers will drop.
Well, they don't make it a
With fewer
competition. Make it a
participants,
damn
the
obligation
amount
of the
of
nation.
contending fire produced will decrease, and the vicious cycle will continue
What
indefinitely.
is this like? Oh, the competition
So
will suffer.
essentially, the Abyss is taking Kachina hostage.
How about we just make it a voluntary army to fight the Abyss? Enough of this competition bullshit.
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your travels, yes? The Night Kingdom is something similar.
Something similar.
Staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect on the person. But with the Abyss in the picture,
You mean
it's a different
like
story.
the ley lines? The ley lines are the foundation of the entire
Your
fucking
sense of
way
self will
Emersalds
be
work.
devoured until eventually you become one with the sea of souls. Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. You can try to scoop up another cup, but there's no chance it will be the same water you had before. I won't sugarcoat it. That is the danger Kachina is currently facing.
Just like you said, Archon. Both of these problems need to be addressed. You can focus all your efforts on dealing with the Sacred Flame. I will go search for Kachina.
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her. It is very possible you will not return. Knowing that, do you still choose to go?
Kachina's waiting for us to rescue her. That's all that matters.
Is she though?
I failed to protect her during our campaign,
Yeah.
but I can make
Can
it
we
up
get
to
one
her
of these
now.
assholes to explain what happened?
I choose to go as well.
She fell in battle, but how?
Traveler? What do you think?
Yeah, this isn't how it should have. I promise. I promise she would have a chance to learn from it. Yeah, she'll learn firsthand when we rescue her.
Understood. Then I'll support you in any way I can. The Masters of the Nightwind have a technique that can extract an ancient name from the ley lines. If we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link between them to pinpoint her position within the Night Kingdom.
You gonna do that up there on the stage?
Then comes the hard part. You need to visit the Night Kingdom in person and rescue her.
So we're gonna be sending like a special forces squad?
Isn't the Night Kingdom a land of souls? Can we even go there?
What do you think they fight their war
Under
in,
normal
Paimon?
circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a way to go there in person. However, know that the Night Kingdom will attempt to repel you, and the Abyss certainly won't leave you be.
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing new for me.
Yeah, we've been doing this shit for like last 4 years.
So, Paimon's the only one who's scared? Well, if you're a going traveler, Paimon's going too.
Lali of the Masters of the Nightwind once created an artifact that can be used to communicate with the Wayab. We call it the Spirit Speaker Stone.
Do we have to go get that artifact
It was
in the
originally
world?
used as a ceremonial artifact wielded by the tribal chiefs. But that spiritual quality also means it can be used to search for an ancient name.
That was the artifact I delivered to the Scions of the Canopy a few days ago. Didn't think I'd be hearing about it again so soon.
Thank you
Great
so
job,
much for
everything
your
along.
help, everyone.
Your thanks are unnecessary. I will offer you whatever aid I can, but your fellowship and courage are what will truly decide the success of this operation. Besides, you're the ones helping me. I can only focus on one thing at a time, after all.
So we're secretly gonna go in?
Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first conversation to be so serious.
My shit didn't
I've
tell
heard
me.
all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you and offer you Natlan's highest level of hospitality.
Well, you sure as fuck haven't done that.
Why?
Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
Not really.
Yeah, things were pretty complicated at the start. And, you know, in the middle. But our reputation's solid nowadays.
That's more like it. After all, I've heard you're someone who transcends fate.
Yeah, we're someone who could crack it, apparently.
Perhaps even more than you can imagine. But we can talk about that some other time.
Yeah, let me guess, you're a
Ideally,
fucking ley
this
line
would be
reader
the
also?
perfect night
You know they're
for a
visionaries
drink
who
and
can
some
see if
musical
each-
ambiance. But there are important things to be done.
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight against the Abyss. She wanted us to give this to you.
Oh yeah, I
It
completely
embodies
forgot about
fond
this.
memories and my strength of will. That's what she asked us to tell you. She said you'd know what that means.
Another one
I
then.
didn't think this day would come so soon. The flames of her life force. I can feel them flowing within the talisman. If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot springs together while she gave this to me in person. We're supposed to be hot spring buddies after all.
Hot spring buddies. Yeah, she's
But
dead as hell.
Don't worry.
Not yet. But
This talisman means a great deal to me. I'll take good care of it, and once this is all over, I'll pay Atea a visit.
hell, she got a hell of a bounce to her chest.
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of Contending Fire. But that's not at all why you decided to suspend the pilgrimage, is it?
You're right. Even now, the production of Contending Fire is far from sufficient. The gradual corrosion caused by the Abyss has resulted in a massive shortage of pyro energy, and we're currently at the breaking point. As things stand, the pilgrimage is a lost cause. Suspending it allows us to save our strength to defend the tribes. The Abyss
So in reality,
has
we were
brought
fucked
catastrophe to
anyways.
Natlan, and Kachina's disappearance in the Night Kingdom is a direct consequence of that.
We can't let the general public know that.
No. If the public
Why do
learned
these
that
two stay?
Natlan's destruction was close at hand, there would be immense panic. But if I said nothing at all, they would have continued to question the integrity of Natlan's heroes.
Another simple choice. The latter was clearly the better solution. but you chose otherwise.
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice is the one with the fewest sacrifices.
Hey,
Let's go.
tough choice.
There's still a way for the sacred flame to last a little longer.
Yeah, I guess he...
Yes. Come with me.
Alright, I guess these two are more important than I thought. He butted in, but apparently he was Pyro Archon's advisor. Good to know.
The sacred flame must never go out. Not only does it strike fear in the abyss, but it's also the pillar of Natlan's stability. So until our heroes are ready, I will sacrifice my power to keep it burning.
She kind of double cheeked up.
But that can only last so long. I think we should focus on the remaining ancient name bearers.
Don't let desperation cloud your judgment. Those chosen by the Wyab have already embarked on their destined path. It is for them to decide how that journey ends, not us. All we can do
So putting your
is
faith in higher
support them.
beings and subscribing to
Even
fate?
so, for you to make this sacrifice, it's not right.
Not exactly the most intelligent choice, but
If not me, then who? No other is capable of sustaining the sacred flame. I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my
probably the
duty.
real Pyro Archon. You're saying you're able to swap Pyro Archon so quickly.
Archon, it's the Fatui!
These niggas show up now?
The Archon of Natlan. A force to be reckoned with.
The first.
The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
Kingdom Hearts ass looking dude.
I
bro.
assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us, let our blades do the talking!
These motherfuckers just be flying, bro. Actual anime ass fight. She burned her glass and engaging full speed. What is this? Weren't they in the air? How'd the explosion happen on the ground? So they shattered each other's blades. Oh, she shattered whatever the fuck. Condition. Boy got smoked, he got burned and left. She doesn't seem like she was injured. Black ice. The only other time we've seen...
Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Cracked the whole fucking arena. How are they gonna fix that? He has black ice. But not just like black ice. Like how... What's his name?
Are you alright, Archon?
Zhao. His
He was
animo.
a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the Fatui
Zhao's animo has the
Harbingers.
black karmic corruption.
I never imagined
His
someone
cryo
could match
has
you in
black.
combat.
Seems like he got bested at the end though.
If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah. And how much does he know about Natlan?
Yeah, what kind of deal did you make
The
that you failed?
Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goals. The only purpose that unites them is collecting the Gnosis. But I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for being here as well.
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack again and we're not prepared, we're done for.
No,
This is for two.
we're running out of time.
We got
The
50-50
wound I
horde
inflicted
men.
should hold him back and weaken him for the time being. Besides, I'm sure you noticed, the power that came to his rescue just now came from the Masters of the Night Wind.
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Among us.
Not necessarily. This could prove to be a very valuable turn of events. When we exchanged final blows, I sensed an unusual presence within him. I'll need to investigate further. Kanich,
Unusual
go to the
presence.
Masters of the Night Wind and look into who could have aided the captain. Speak to Sitlali. She should know.
Of course, I'll head out right now. Do you still
what?
intend to...
You shouldn't
Yes.
sacrifice yourself.
But fear not.
Interesting. The wound she inflicted should her long. I wonder if she
Natlan's
that's like
strength
indication
has
of
never
her kit
rested solely in its Archon.
that she is burning. She can do like a dot burn.
Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must trust in that vision now.
I hope when she actually activates like her powers, it does that fucking impact flame black flash. 'Cause every time she's done it, except for at the start, like it goes like black and white, and then she activates the hair.
Is everything okay, Archon?
Completely fine.
No.
Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. Too late now.
Oh, she give up that power? She lost that power?
I just hope the others have a safe journey.
I guess she can't turn her hair into flame now. That was some not linear pyro archon powers. Yeah, that type of explosion is something
What's
you really
happening at the stadium? Did something explode?
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power. She must be fighting a formidable opponent.
Should
You
we
can feel
go
that?
back and check what's going on?
Kachina's dying, we don't got time for that.
Have faith in the Archon. She wouldn't lose in a one-on-one confrontation.
Oh, you'd be surprised. They
Once
kept the
we find
story
Kachina's
with
ancient name,
Jacob and the
we'll
mercenaries.
head right back.
She absolutely
Okay,
would have been
let's
obliterated
just
by
keep climbing. Everyone really hopes
That's
nothing goes
Storybird.
wrong.
That's a dead story that they wiped out of this game years ago. What are they called? The Visionless? Like the other 7? Battlefield and Ice and Fire? Lovely.
Take it easy.
I wonder how they can
What can
bog
you tell us about the scions of the
down
canopy?
this quest. We need the sector artifact.
tribespeople are
Well, we
very
need you to
adventurous.
get 3 fish and 4
Kinda
boats
like us then.
and capture all these animals and solve these problems.
I'm
And then
not
we
so
can give you
sure.
the item.
You don't strike me as the type to enjoy danger. The Scions of the Canopy are a bunch of thrill seekers. They love extreme sports like rock climbing, rappelling, volcano parkour,
Volcano parkour?
or even bungee
Yeah, okay.
jumping without a rope while a Yunkasaur stands at the edge and uses its tongue to catch them. Sound like something you'd be interested in?
Okay, that does sound different from our usual adventures.
Yeah, we jumped on mushrooms.
Paimon's not doing any of that. She can just cheer you on from the sidelines.
We've done stuff like
That's
that.
Wayna, the tribal chief. Let's head over
We've
to him.
jumped off cliffs and shit.
Chaska.
Bro,
Nice to
bearded
see
white
you
dude
again, Wayna.
with dreads? Yeah, okay, fucking.
I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries.
What's that one
So
rapper?
I'll get right to it. We're here for the Spirit Speaker Stone.
I mean, like from like the 80s.
Whoa, hold on a second. At least tell me why you need it first.
My friend Kachina is trapped within the Night Kingdom. We need the stone to find her ancient name and rescue her.
Rescue her? From the Night Kingdom?
Yeah, we're physically going
That's
there,
right.
buddy. So
I'm
stoked.
sorry,
She
but
gets some
someone
great
needs
lines
to
like
tell
that.
you what you don't want to hear. Going there, a mature warrior would never make such a foolish decision.
On the Pyro Archon's orders, dickhead.
The nature of battle is unpredictable. You never know how it's going to end. Losing a friend is tragic, but when that happens, the best thing you can do is focus on how to prevent further casualties.
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Wayna. But if the price of maturity is abandoning a friend in need, I'll choose foolishness any day. If Kachina's still holding on, then so will I.
I thought you might say that.
Is something wrong, Wayna? This doesn't seem
We
like
don't have the snow, and it got to. Well, let's see. Well, let's get it. Let's see
life
how they
isn't
go drag this
complete
out.
without taking risks. That's always been your mantra.
It's nothing. The Night Kingdom is a dangerous place. Can't blame me for checking if you were up to the task. If you're that determined, far be it from
Okay,
me to
thank
stop
God.
you. Here's the stone. Keep
What
it
is that?
safe, okay?
That does
It's
not
not
look
like we have a spare.
a not
Thank
linear
you.
item. At all.
Huh. Seems like you two go way back. But aren't you from the Flower Feather Clan, Chaska?
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper, so she's famous throughout the tribes.
Peacekeeper?
She's always the one people call to resolve conflicts, so we slowly got to know each other that way. Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around
Quichi?
our tribe, too. She's helped us out a lot.
Let's see
in
what
the
her
past.
NPC younger sister looks
Oh,
like.
you have a younger sister?
Big ass elf ears and that big ass hat. Why she look like
Yes.
Iris from Hollow
I'll
Knight?
introduce you to her sometime. But
But
let's
the
get back
old
to
Iris
business.
model. Not,
Wayna,
well, kind of
how
like
do we
the new
use
one.
the
too.
stone?
They don't agree with me?
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night Kingdom is like a river flowing with concepts.
Oh my god, bro. Again
And
with
the
the river
ancient name
analogy?
you seek is like a tiny fish swimming downstream.
We've heard this before.
In that sense, the stone is like a fishing boat drifting down the river. But the boat alone isn't enough. You need a fisherman experienced enough to steer it in the right direction.
We couldn't do that ourselves?
With a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have the strength and the talent. If you want to make sure this works, though, I could recommend someone to you.
Who?
Yeah, who's gonna help us with that?
Vichama, a legendary warrior and scout from our tribe.
And where's
He's
that
got a
asshole?
keen eye and a well-honed intuition. Even his ancient name means to seek. If you're fishing for a name, you're gonna want him on the boat.
Vichama? Why does that name sound familiar?
Does
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard stories about him.
There you go.
Where can we find him?
All these
Ever
ancient names
since
gonna be linked.
Malco passed, he spends most of his time gazing out at the scenery from the cliff tops. Follow the path that way, and I'm sure you'll find him.
Thank you. We'll go look for him there.
I wonder, since the Pyro Archon
Good luck. I hope everything goes
Archon, I
well.
put in quotation marks, gave her flaming hair power into the flames. Wonder if that will set us up to get pyro abilities ourselves. Because she gave up her power. I'm still counting on them not being the Archon. There's no way to use, like, we've had several Archons. It just doesn't sound right.
Someone admiring the scenery from the cliff tops.
Like, I feel like there hasn't been, since the last part Archon died, there hasn't been a real one.
Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something?
Deep ass voice, bro. You gotta hear us NPC-itis.
What? You're saying you can bring someone back from the Night Kingdom? How is that even possible?
We're not bringing your girlfriend back, but she's dead.
No, if you really think about it, anything's possible in that kind of place. But that would mean...
Are you okay? You don't look so good.
Everything's fine. I'll help you, but I do have a small request. After I help you find Kachina's ancient name, I want to use the stone to look for my friends as well.
Your friend? Oh, why not mention someone named Malco? Is that who you're talking about?
Yes, but I'd rather not get into it if it's all the same to you.
That's not a problem. We agree to your request.
Bro,
Yeah. Since you're helping us find
we don't
Kachina's
gotta give him the
ancient
same.
name,
Remember
it's
the
only
thing?
right that we
Like
return the
everyone else
favor.
has said? Hey, yeah, your friend might be dead, bro. But if it's been a couple of thousand years in the Sea of Souls, you ain't gonna fish that soul out. It's impossible. Those are the reason we're able to get Kachina, because she's still alive.
Then we're agreed. Can I have a look at the
No one's
stone?
gonna bring that up? No? Okay. That little factoid. It's not a we can get anyone out. It's we're getting someone who just fell.
Huh. I see. From what I can tell, it functions almost like an abyssal pylon. Both connect the Night Kingdom to the living world.
That looks like celestial
Once
stuff,
the
by the
connection
way.
is established,
That
the
blue
abyss will
gold?
come surging through the opening like a predator honing in on the scent of blood. So we have to be sure not to use it in a tribal settlement.
Wow, you got all that just from looking at it?
I just picked up on the basics, really. I still have no idea why it works. You said someone named Lali invented this. They must be a genius. I'll go find an open area and start
What
setting
did your
things up.
tribal leader want it?
In the meantime, I need you to get 2 things for me.
We'll go right away. What do you need?
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around here carries them, so no need to go anywhere special. Oh, and I need to build a net out of them, so make sure you get a good amount.
Wait, are you saying you're going to use a real net to catch Kachina's ancient name? How does that work when one's tangible and one's not?
By creating something tangible in our world, like a net, we can create a connection to a corresponding concept in the Night Kingdom. Basically, I'm going to use the concept of a net to catch something equally intangible, an ancient name.
Oh, I see.
So we're gonna. Oh,
What about
boy.
the second thing you needed?
Fucking, we're gonna be doing
Right.
metaphysical
I need
connections
one-
then.
No, 2 chunks of obsidian. Once we bring the ancient names into our world, we'll need a place to store them. Normally, you can only get obsidian from the Children of Echoes, but I heard there's a traveling merchant from that tribe around here somewhere, so maybe you can try your luck there.
Why would we not go to the Children of Echoes? We're about to save one of their members.
All right, let's split up.
Why would they not
See
give us
that clearing?
obsidian?
Let's meet over there when you're done.
Sure.
Oh, and you can send someone with me if you want. In case you're worried I might take the stone for myself.
What do you think, Chaska?
There's no need. Lena spoke highly of you. That means you're trustworthy.
I appreciate it, even though that doesn't mean much to me anymore. Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything
It's
up,
like,
so no need to
Why
rush.
send someone
I'll
with
see
me
you
in
in a
case I
bit.
might steal it? How about the fact that you send someone before, like, I don't know, Fatui or Abyss Agent drops in and rips his shit apart? No one, that didn't cost anyone else?
Odd guy.
Honestly.
He seems so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
That's depression for you. With a little bit of hope.
I don't have any more insight than you, Paimon. Let's just focus on the preparations for now.
That is what we call a broken
Hang on,
man.
Kachina.
A glimmer of hope.
We're coming for you.
So weird. The Children of Echoes are the only way to get obsidian. Hey, tribal boss. I know you know that Kachina died, but you know
Hello.
we have a way of
Do you
maybe
have
getting
any
her
hook
back.
ropes for
You want
sale?
to give us some obsidian?
Hook ropes?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I'll
As
give you
in rock
1,000.
climbing equipment?
Yes. How much for your whole stuff?
Nah, let's talk to a traveling merchant.
Oh, the whole thing? Let me see. That would be 30,000 mora in total.
Well, you count like
Deal?
that, bro. You're not European.
Deal.
Wait, really?
That's literally a drop in the
What,
hat.
you want me to drive down the price? We just need these as fast as possible. Thanks.
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. These ropes are usually used by rock climbing enthusiasts. If you want to learn, Roka's the person you want to ask. All right, that's everything. Here you
The
go.
character's walking. It's making that
Now we need
thundering
the
ass
city.
noise.
Let's go talk to the traveling merchant Bichama mentioned.
How about we talk to the tribal head? No. I guess we'll talk to him because he's just here.
Excuse me, do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes. I've got a chunk for sale right over there.
Perfect. Is that the only one, though? We actually need two.
That might be tough. Tell you what, I'll take a look through these boxes over here and we'll see what we can find.
You don't even know what the hell
Thank
your
you so
inventory
much.
is?
We'll wait here.
What is much for a gemologist?
Relax. Everything's going according to plan.
I know, it's just... I could tell Vichama feels the same way about his friend that I do about Kachina. I hope this chunk of obsidian isn't the only one.
Why do you act like we can only get one
Kachina
chunk of
always
obsidian?
carries all sorts of shiny stones with her. If I was the one trapped in the Night Kingdom, she'd have a whole pile of obsidian ready in a
I'm
heartbeat.
sure our tribe has a whole pile of obsidian ready for
Well,
us.
would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady. How does it look?
Perfect!
Look like two hearts.
Thank you. How much do I owe
Or
you?
someone's liver.
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just sat here collecting dust. I'll take 3,000 mora for both. Here you go.
33.
By the way,
No, it's
I heard you
3,003.
mention Vichama just now. You running an errand for him then?
I was gonna say the number count.
How's he doing? Malco's been gone
No,
for
it is
5
33.
years
33
now.
for ODE of Resurrection.
It's
Bringing
about
someone's back.
time he
Freemason.
started to move forward.
Do you know what happened between them?
Numerology in the game.
I heard about it in passing while I was out drinking one night, but I don't know all the details. Vichama and Malco grew up together, and even made a name for themselves together. Malco was an amazing fighter, capable of knocking out multiple opponents in a single hit, while Vichama excelled at scouting and analyzing the battlefield. The two made an excellent team, and managed to beat back the Abyss several times. 5 years ago, they both emerged triumphant in the pilgrimage and were placed on the same team to fight the Abyss. But on the eve of battle, the Abyss launched an attack on their tribe, and Vichama suffered an injury to his leg while attempting to rescue someone.
Then what happened?
Motherfucker died.
The team agreed that he couldn't fight the Abyss in his condition. Vichama didn't argue. He knew going to the front lines with an injured leg would make him a burden in battle. So they raised the issue with the Pyro Archon, and she agreed to let him stay behind. It's just... Malco and the others ended up facing hordes of abyssal monsters in numbers
Yep.
that far exceeded anyone's expectations.
Team got obliterated.
The team made an error in judgment, and they fell to the onslaught. Vichama went into a deep depression after that. He blames himself for everything.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like it's his fault, but blah, 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 blah. He's never
you're
gonna
not wrong. But it's possible he chooses to blame himself. Not because he did something wrong, but because he wasn't able to do anything at all. I've tried convincing him to move forward, to stop dwelling on the past.
Dwelling?
But the shadow of Malco's death hangs over him still. The Abyss has caused so much suffering, and some wounds never heal. I wish there was something he could do to make himself feel better, but... anyway, that's the gist of it. Maybe you could help him talk things through sometime. I would really appreciate it.
We'll get to it. Get it through. It's E, not T. You gotta remember that. Hello, brother man. We're here to launch a rescue operation.
Did you get everything?
Yeah, basically.
Yep, it's all here. When do we start?
I've made all the necessary adjustments, so we're good to go. As agreed, I'll help you find Kachina's ancient name, and then you return the favor.
Let's hang on, let's slow
Go
our
ahead.
roll. You seeking your friend?
Yes.
How long have they
After
been dead?
Malco fell, I scoured the battlefield to see what happened. It turned out he wasn't bested by some impossibly powerful foe. He was dragged to his grave by the sheer number of enemies. If I had been there, I would have been able to sense the danger. I could have warned them not to advance.
I don't know about that.
I've always blamed myself for what happened.
You probably would have died with them.
But when you told me about Kachina, I realized there's a chance Malco might also be alive, fighting for survival in the Night Kingdom.
But that happened several years ago, right?
Bro, that dude's fried in the Sea of Souls.
The Pyro Archon said all
Finally,
life
someone's
within the
gonna say
Night
it.
Kingdom
God damn.
eventually becomes one with the Sea of Souls.
There might not be much hope, but I still have to try. Malco and I promised each other, even if we never managed to root out the Abyss for good, we would fight together until the end. All right, let's get to it. I'll start searching for the conceptualized version of Kachina's ancient name. If you see any fragments scattered around the area, please collect them.
Brother, what? That's a new animation.
Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle. As I said, the stone will link the mortal realm to the Night Kingdom. The Abyss will likely emerge in response.
Look at that golden thing. It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's
Look at
get
that
closer.
fucking... Oh, nice icon. Well, where did all these stones come from, bro? Nice little animation up top.
Whoa, monsters incoming! Watch out, everyone!
Quiet now.
Wonder if I can just use this to town.
Fire! On fire!
That didn't do shit, bro. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, whole fucking army.
This is order.
Let me leave you alone. Gangs up. Fine thoughts.
Good save, huh? You good, bro?
How much longer, Vichama?
Not long. We're getting close.
Right. Are we getting close? Your ass looks like you're dying. Motherfucker look like he about to die. One more wave. Unique music. You hear whispers. Her name!
Quick, take it!
Damn, fucking. Put her as a wide receiver, bro. She got that
I
shit.
found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malco. Just a little longer.
Bro, you're gonna die doing this.
Something's not right. The power of the Abyss is getting stronger.
Bro, this is almost
The
like
Abyss is corroding his body. Vichama, you can't keep going. You'll die.
I should have died 5 years ago. I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there.
Purify him while he's up there.
Thank you.
Bro, we're gonna keep using our power. We're gonna find out the limit of what. Oh, fuck. Finally, I was waiting for the game to add a segment like one of these.
The power of the Abyss is strong.
Please add more QTEs to the fucking game. It will make the story so much more engaging.
Hanging in there?
I don't know if I can hold them back much longer.
No! Why can't I find him? Why?
Bro, he's
We
gone.
can't wait any longer. Pull him away from the stone, Mualani.
I already tried, but the power of the Abyss has him in a chokehold. It's like he's tied to the stone with an invisible rope.
In that case, we have no choice. I'm sorry, Sea Molly. Get back!
See the protest?
Wait!
It's you destroyed the stone? That would not the choice I would have made.
Ouch! What happened just now? It looked like the spirit speaker's stone was...
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. The only way to stop it was to destroy it. You were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion. You might feel dizzy for a while.
That was not the best choice.
normal.
Give us a heads up next time, will you?
Shoot him next time.
You're lucky we managed to dodge it in time.
I thought I said to get back.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poof. Not everyone has your reflexes, Chaska. We were this close to getting dragged into the explosion.
How about the dude? He got hit by the explosion.
Okay. I'll be more careful next time.
At least Kachina's ancient name is still in one piece. Wait, where's Vichama?
Dead in the explosion.
Vichama!
Well, it doesn't look too broken.
Vichama!
I couldn't find Malco's ancient name. It must be completely gone by now. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. From the very beginning, I knew there was a slim chance, but still. And now... it's too late to save him. From the minute he left that day, it was already too late.
Yeah, because he was dead.
Vichama.
I'm sure he's heard enough condolences over the years. Let's just give him some space.
Pick up those pieces. Do not leave him with it.
Huh? What's that in your hands, Vichama? It looks like something's glowing.
Huh? This is...
Ain't no way that nigga survived.
Hey, Malco. Got any strength left?
Not enough to swing a sword, but to say a few last words? Sure.
Too bad. No one will get to hear them. I never thought I'd actually die on this mission. Not that I'm afraid to die. It's just... hard. Thinking about my mom's face when she hears the news.
Guess I have something to be thankful for then. My parents died a long time ago. They won't have to mourn me.
Guess that nigga's dead.
Pisak! Always had to beat me at everything, didn't you? Right to the end, you were never one for goodbyes. Maybe you're right. Maybe no one will get to hear our last words. But just in case... Vichama, I'm so glad you didn't come with us. Don't be sad. Just keep on living. For the both of us.
That nigga got ripped to shreds by wolfhounds. Piece by piece.
Was that a memory?
And like the last remnant of him in the ghosted sea of fucking...
Seems like we were able to salvage something after all.
You feeling any better? How the fuck you gonna ask him that, bro? No, he ain't feeling any better.
Of course. Seeing him, hearing his voice again, it makes me unbelievably happy. But it also brings with it an even deeper pain.
A deeper pain? Why?
Malco was always the type to put on a brave face. But in that memory just now, his hands were shaking, and his smile was forced.
Yeah, because he was about to fucking die.
For all these years, I regretted not being able to fight alongside him to the end. And now I know, at the end of his life, He was thinking the same thing.
Vichama.
I'm fine. Actually, I heard Chief Wyna wasn't really on board with your plan to go to the Night Kingdom. When you asked for my help, I hesitated too. I knew helping you find your friend's ancient name meant leading you one step closer to danger.
What's that danger?
I also understood why you had to try. Everyone has regrets in life, but not everyone gets the chance to make up for them. Once allowed to fester, guilt strips us of our most valuable qualities as warriors. In that sense, we might as well choose the braver path from the very beginning.
You mean even fighting while injured?
If I could do it all over again, I would have followed Malco to the front lines no matter what. Even with an injured leg, there were still things I could have done. That way, even if the outcome stayed the same, I still would have fought alongside him to the end. There are critical junctures in life, and if you don't seize the chance to act, there's no going back. That's something I had to learn in hindsight. But you're still at the crossroads of your journey, so I hope you can walk away without regrets.
Thank you, Vichama. I feel even more determined now. Kachina will come back to us. I'll make sure of it. I promised I would find her, and I intend to keep that promise.
That's good to hear.
That's true, even if, like you said, even if he finds her dead.
Strange. My body, it's...
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body, a portion will fuse itself to your internal organs. Even though the Traveler possesses powers of purification, the corrosion can never be fully eradicated. Thanks to him, though, you are only briefly exposed. Slowing your breathing and controlling your emotions should help you keep the symptoms in check.
Well, after all that, you helped a bunch of strangers to find your friend. Now you're permanently affected for the rest of your life.
Huh. That does make me feel better. You seem very knowledgeable about all this.
Just speaking from experience, that's all.
Did you have abyssal corrosion in you?
We've recovered Kachina's ancient name, so we're off to a great start. Let's get Vichama back to his tribe and tell Wyna the good news. Oh, and apologize for destroying the Spirit Speaker Stone. We had no choice, though, so he'll probably understand. Right?
We absolutely had a choice. It was probably the worst and most rash decision we could have made.
Koichi, are you really gonna just stand there like that? I don't know what you want from me.
I think you know exactly what I'm trying to say, Uncle Wyna. I can hear it in your voice.
Honestly, it's just one thing after another with you two. They're back.
Oh, sister.
Koichi? What are you doing here?
Don't play dumb with your own sister.
Heart
You know
cropped up.
exactly why I'm here.
She have a vision?
My apologies, everyone.
No, her outfit looks
I
kinda
just need
flat
to
to be
borrow
playable.
Chaska for a few minutes. You come with me.
Cool. Siblings that are NPCs. They actually
I'll
have
be just a moment.
Who is that?
Koichi, Chaska's younger sister. Although the two aren't actually related by blood, it's kind of a long story.
Yeah, there's more. Okay, I thought
It's
they would
not
be
really
related.
my
Well, they
story
kinda
to
look
tell, but I guess it's not a secret. You see, Chaska was actually raised by cuckoo-saurs. She was afflicted with a rare disease when she was a child, and abandoned in the wild as a result.
Okay.
The Abyss found her out there, all on her own, and tried to devour her. But in the end, all that did was trigger her will to live. That strength of will pushed her to survive. But it also planted a seed of conflict within her. Eventually, she was adopted by the cuckoo-saurs. Wherever they went, she followed, getting into fights right and left.
For some reason, Paimon can totally imagine that.
Yeah, we have dude a monster who did
Well,
that.
when
He
Chaska
was by
finally
wolves.
returned to human society, it was Koichi's parents who adopted her. At the time, Chaska still had a habit of getting into fights, so Koichi was always taking her around, apologizing to everyone.
Ah, I remember those days. One of those fights was definitely with me. But, you know, kids. You're fighting one minute and your friend's the next. Eventually, she found a way to rein in that desire to fight. And now she's who people call to resolve conflicts. She's known as the Peacemaker. It sounds like she still argues with Koichi, though.
Animalistic personality.
Don't siblings usually stop fighting when they get older?
That's partly my fault.
Partly.
Koichi asked me to stop Chaska from doing anything dangerous, but you probably know by now, once Chaska makes up her mind, there's no changing it.
Also, is Chaska even a part of this tribe?
I get it.
Or you gotta, like,
No
define
wonder you
what she
tried to
does.
talk us out of going to the Night Kingdom. Chaska even said that wasn't like you.
I'm all for your adventure. You need to take risks when you're young, because by the time you're my age, you couldn't attempt something like that even if you wanted to. Better try now than live with regrets later. That's what I say. Still, I can understand where Koichi's coming from. In the end, nobody wants to sit back and let a loved one put their life on the line.
All right, it's just the two of us now. You have 1 minute to explain yourself.
I don't have anything to say. You don't have to approve, but you should know I only do what's necessary.
That attitude is exactly the problem. It's like you don't care. You try to sneak off to the Night Kingdom behind my back and then play it down as if it's just a trip abroad.
I mean, it might as well be with the Traveler.
Technically, I am going abroad, right?
Again with the excuses. We agreed, didn't we? There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something urgent, you can only engage in level 2 danger and below. You can only go up to level 3 if a situation is so dire there's absolutely no alternative.
Well, she's more like a mother than a sister.
Trip to the Night Kingdom? If that's not a level 4, I don't know what is. And you were just going to sneak into the place without saying anything.
That's true. We're gonna go
What do you
get
mean, sneak
Kachina
into
back
the place? I always planned on walking in there with my head held high.
with no one knowing. This should be
Brought
like
off Uncle Wina, didn't you? He promised me he'd stop you from doing anything dangerous. Oh, it's like he didn't even try.
You feel like he went back on his word. What if I told you my mind was made up, and there was nothing he could have done? Not even by force.
Oh, I knew it! So he did try to say something, but you didn't listen.
This is important. If you were in my shoes, you'd make the same decision.
Oh, scale off that mic with those S's.
I'm a doctor, and I handle logistics. If you're going to waltz into a dangerous situation where you could lose control at any moment, it's my duty to say something.
All right, whatever. Anything else?
Honestly, it really is a whatever moment. She's still going.
What do you mean, anything else? Why don't you reflect on what you've done and promise me you'll stay put?
Time out. Is this one of our normal arguments or a serious one?
Chaska, does it sound like I'm joking?
Then you need to know something. What happened to Kachina was partially my fault. I can't leave her there to die. That's not who I am.
But the person you become when you lose control, that's also not who you are.
That's a different issue. You said it yourself. A person is only as good as their morals. If I want to live in Natlan, I need to display qualities that make me worthy of this nation.
I've also told you that managing your condition is equally important.
I noticed this issue was cursed when she was
Sometimes you have to
younger.
make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here. If we keep going, I might actually have to get serious. And I think Wina prefers his roof attached to his house.
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat to me.
Koichi! Younger sisters are supposed to listen to their elders.
So, you're really going to go, no matter what I say? I'm supposed to be your sister.
Then support me. I'll be back. All you have to do is wait.
I know that she's supposed to be. She's cursed. But they're talking about her transforming.
So,
but her ult is
that's
her
it.
transforming into the fucking dragon.
Why'd you have to turn out to be so darn
This character
annoying?
is a guaranteed pull. If she fucking transforms into a dragon as her fucking form, like without a doubt, I'm immediately. I already like how that character looks.
You two are something else.
Because people are like,
Something
oh,
you
I don't
wanted
like
to
how
say?
she looks. It's just the one pant. Like,
I know you aren't related by blood, but you two
and
sure
she's
are
animo.
similar.
She turns to an animo
Really?
dragon.
You know, I said that very thing to Koichi not too long ago, and she reacted the exact same way, down to the very tone of voice. It's not my place to get involved, but I will say this. Try to spend a little more time with your sister. You're tough kids. That doesn't mean you have to go it alone.
Thank you.
Anytime.
I like her tricone.
All right. If you're done with the Spirit Speaker Stone,
Pretty sure I
might
have
as
a
well
ship
hand it
like
over.
that, or speed like that.
According to Kinich, it's an important ceremonial artifact, so it'd be safer to keep it with me.
We broke it, by the way.
About that.
If only Tone Gift Bard was here, he could have repaired it just like the Holy Liar.
We could probably do something like that.
It might be in a few more pieces than you remember.
Huh?
Yeah, not exactly the best thing to say to him. It's only in 2.
I see. Sounds like it was an urgent situation. If someone's life was on the line, then you had no choice. Still, Citlale's going to be a nightmare to deal with now that you've broken her stuff. I'll explain everything to her later. Stay safe out there.
Hey, bro,
in the
you'll be
Night
fine,
Kingdom,
bro.
Okay.
Your necklace
I'll
there
wait
is
here
2D.
for your safe return.
Glued to your neck. Okay. Fuck it, bro. We'll call this part here. Next, we're gonna go save Kachina and repair God or something. I don't know.